All right. So, um, I'm in a mode right now where I'm still checking in with the spirit on my words. Really slowed down, and I kind of stepped back, and I'm like, okay. The revelation that the spirit has given me, and then comparing it to this last season, right? And how I can use that to help you understand the steps that God orders in your life are the ones you want to take. So first off, the whole why God makes you wait, and the understanding of this is going to make it easier for you to understand what's going on in your life. Because you would destroy it. If God gave you, and this is also the reason there is suffering in the world, and I'm going to explain that. If God gave you what you wanted, when you wanted it, you would destroy it. So what he does, I know you don't want to hear this, but you're going to hear the truth. When you go get your own version of that thing you wanted, he lets you destroy that. And then you say, well, it wasn't my fault, and I'm going to call you on that. So many times I've sat down with people and they have given me their version of what happened. And the Spirit will be telling me what's going on. And the Spirit will sometimes say, don't say anything now. So, this season has been about restoration. But many of you couldn't see it, because what I do a lot of times is when you're not looking, I put surprises here and there for you. Change this around real quick. She's going to love that in a minute, type of thing. But I was in a mentality of I'm trying to save as many as I can. I do not have time to listen to you. I'm doing this. And just charging full speed ahead, right? Because even when I was sitting down with my people, I was like, you're one of the coolest people I've ever met. I love kicking it with you. But this isn't where I want it to be. But I definitely want to do this again sometime. You might not quite be ready right now. Because a lot of people, I don't think, realize they wait months to hear from me. They'll hear from me through scripture. Only my closest I'm speaking to daily, because they keep speaking to me. Draw near to him, and he will draw near to you. So, when you're looking at yourself, this has been a time for that. You are the you that you created. Now I can go outside of time and explain all kinds of things of how you have the character traits you have, where they came from, even the fact my own angels had to choose to be my angels. I could do all that, but I'm not, because I'm only going to say what you're ready to hear. And one of the biggest things for you guys still working on your marriage is, if you're not communicating, that other person's not going to be reading your mind. So there's some confirmation. So let's see. You will feel like you're the only one in the marriage. What I've been telling my people we keep moving forward. I've got all this under control. Get closer to me. And I'm me. So I stay close to myself. I do. Like, spirits, whenever I'm going through something like that, spirit would just take me aside and just start making me laugh. And the spirit was kind of doing that this morning. Because whenever I start doing things that don't make sense, then I know I'm walking with something. But I also looked at it because I'm reflecting and really slowing down right now. Well, of course you're going to do things that don't make sense to me, right? People have had a real hard time with my boot camp drill instructor training course that whips you into shape as quickly as possible. So I'm really excited about this godly secular thing because if you recall, I have 2 flocks. 2. So before, I would only work with the church and I wouldn't have really anything to do with the world, so to speak. Then I'd stop working in church and I would only be dealing with the world. So right now, 2 flocks at once. It's genius. Everybody get excited. And then melding them together is how I'm uniting everybody. Because that's really the root of the problem. Once people started hating Christians, they started hating God. So there is individual accountability that everybody will be held accountable for, but that leads you to Scripture. And that's another revelation the Spirit was kind of giving me. It was like, well, your apostles and your disciples, all they were doing was regurgitating everything you did or said in the Old Testament. So, just in 70 AD terms, whatever, how you want to look at it. So, there is nothing new under the sun. But it stands to reason that Jesus is not always a nice person. And I've never said I was. I like to be. But I was in a mode, but that's not getting anything done. This needs to happen type, right? And I'm not in that mode anymore, so I'm happy about that. And I was like, okay, so what happens when you got everything you wanted, but now you no longer have it? What do you do? Well, that's restoration. You take the baby steps. And you know that if it was given to you by God, there's no way you can lose it. So take courage and keep moving forward. To help you guys out, because I know that you got confused. Some of you got really confused. The way I'm leading you right now might feel a little uncomfortable. It usually does if you're not really acclimated to the walk. And it might seem like you're going the wrong way. If you have your confirmation, you're not. Keep moving forward. You'll see. There's going to be some amazing things I'm doing right now. And that's really all I can tell you. And I love you.